welcome to Greige Against the Machine, the podcast where we celebrate the extraordinary talent and accomplishments of lesser-known and even unknown artists and creatives. I'm Lisa Catara alongside Justin Harvey, and each week we'll explore the minds and stories of the journeymen and women behind your favorite films, shows, ads, music, and more. Those who craft magic without the red carpet spotlight or public eye, because everyone has a unique story to tell, and sometimes the most inspiring voices are the ones you haven't heard yet. Welcome to Greige Against the Machine. This is episode 23. Why does so much entertainment feel meh? Well, it's about to get worse. If you've ever wondered why today's movies and shows feel strangely forgettable, here's the short version. Hollywood used to have consequences. Back in the golden age, studios owned the theaters, until the 1948 Paramount decision forced them to break up. Suddenly, a bad movie wasn't guaranteed a screen, and theater owners could say, nope, not showing that. And that pressure forced studios to compete on quality. Even in the DVD, VHS, and broadcast eras, the system still had some friction. Studios made the content, but they didn't own Best Buy or Blockbuster or the TV networks that decided what actually aired. Viewership numbers were public, so advertisers cared, and ratings mattered. If a show flopped, you couldn't just hide it. Then streaming arrived and quietly rebuilt the very system that once got dismantled, only bigger and way more insulated. Today, the platforms that make the content also own the only theaters that count, their apps. And because they're funded by subscriptions, they don't have to release viewership numbers or justify spending or even prove that a project was successful. The economic pressure to make good stuff evaporated. And yes, audiences can feel it. Everything starts to look the same. Everything feels a little safe or algorithm tested and, strangely, Greige. And of course, the people worst hit aren't the celebrities. They're the working filmmakers. Since the 2021 entertainment industry strikes, a huge number of professional writers and crew members and directors and on-camera talents and editors and animators and craftspeople have all struggled to return to steady work. Many of us are still unemployed or piecing together income from non-industry jobs. And that's assuming we could find these jobs in the current non-existent job market. Streaming consolidation only makes all of this worse. When platforms prioritize in-house projects, they buy fewer independent films and series. I mean, why share a piece of your pie when your own project will make you more financially sound, strengthen your IP library, and benefit by your own in-house marketing? That's just genius. When budgets are opaque, streaming networks can greenlight endless content with guaranteed distribution without input from actual creative workforce. This is not just bad for artists. This is bad for the stories we get to see and enjoy. And it's never-ending missed opportunity to explore new stories and new ideas and see from new perspectives and new faces and talent. We do hear you. Consumers are not asking for more content. They are asking for better content. People don't want countless spin-offs of the same franchise or a conveyor belt of interchangeable thrillers and mid-budget mush. Viewers want that risk-taking. They want storytelling. They want new voices and new worlds to explore. They want films that aren't just based on a reboot or an algorithm. Shows that might actually have a unique point of view. Audiences show up for quality and originality, not volume. But fiduciary responsibilities to shareholders means produce, produce, produce. And now the Netflix-Paramount bidding war is raising the stakes. Right now, Netflix and Paramount are fighting over the potential purchase of Warner Bros., one of the largest great legacy studios that is still standing. Whomever wins gains access to massive IP libraries, major franchises, and significant control over what gets made and where audiences can watch it. Not to mention how artists like me will continue to get paid. That kind of vertical integration is the exact monopoly power the 1948 Supreme Court tried to prevent. A single company controlling production, distribution, promotion, and the library itself isn't capitalism. It's the elimination of competition. And when competition dies, creativity often dies with it. Independent filmmakers get boxed out. Mid-budget movies evaporate. and risky ideas often never get made. And workers who've already endured years of unemployment after the strikes get squeezed just a little harder. Sure, yeah, we can organize, write, and produce our own content and hope to release it to who, where, and who's funding it. The result is a Hollywood where the gatekeeper owns the gate, the road, and the town. The old moguls could only dream of this level of control. A handful of companies now decide what gets made, what gets seen, how much artists get paid, whether a film can even exist in our cultural conversation. And I'll only mention the lack of journalistic integrity in a system that propagates news from a single source viewpoint. It's no wonder the entertainment landscape feels so monotonous. We don't fix meh with more content. We fix it by restoring that competition. Monopolies don't spark innovation, they smother it. What audiences really, really want, and what working filmmakers desperately need, is a system where great ideas can break through, where success is transparent, and where quality actually matters again. Until then, get ready for more content and more algorithms, more meh, performed by the same 20 to 30 named talent over and over again, and fewer of the bold human stories that made Hollywood worth caring about in the first place. But what do I know? I'm just a creative.